Okay, nice short video here. This is the Schlieper Sodbuster. I don't know if they call it a Sodbuster, but clearly it's a Sodbuster design. It could be nothing else. I mean, that's the Fredrich Sodbuster, which is a direct copy of the case Sodbuster, which is you know, owns the term. Case coined the term Sodbuster. Funnily enough, though, the original pattern, it's one of these. I mean, it's like the Barlow knife is seen as the all-American quintessential knife, but it's actually an English pattern knife. The Sodbuster is perhaps seen as the all-American working man's knife, but actually it's a European, German, Austrian pattern that goes back long before there was an America, let alone the United States. So you know, it is really a European pattern. The other thing actually is that this has in common with the Barlow is that I don't know if you'll see it on there, but the all-seeing eye logo, so it's an eye over the witness, witness Sheffield, England, it says, but it's the all-seeing eye logo over above that, which is the same as the all-seeing eye, the eye with the rays of light. It's the all-seeing eye of God, basically, which is a common logo. The Freemasons use it, for example. So it's the standard pattern. It's a sub 3 inch. It's a junior version, and it's a non-locking slip joint, which is standard for a Sodbuster. The construction is pretty standard. It's a pinned design. This one happens to have bone scales as opposed to plastic, but it's still fairly plain. Brass liners, steel back spring, big meaty brass pin for the pivot. Perhaps slightly more unusually, it has a match strike nail nick, and of course it's got the Schlieper logoing. The blade pattern is the most iconic part of it. It's a common pattern that's you know, it's not too dissimilar to modern, one or two modern designs of knife that is utilitarian. It's got you know, a bit of a point, but not so pointy that it's going to do too much damage. It's got a bit of curve or belly in the blade towards the end, which is useful for applying pressure. It's not dissimilar in many ways to, say, the Boca Plus Tector one. It's even got a sort of similar kick to the shape of the handle. But anyway, so it's there's nothing perhaps surprising in it. What is perhaps surprising, or perhaps not surprising but shocking, is that in the Schrade version they manage, not perfect but reasonably good fit and finish for £7. This is a handmade, hand finished knife from Germany, and yet the fit and finish is appalling. I mean, it's not just not very good, it really is actually quite bad. You see how far off that the blade is to the back spring, the gapping between the back spring and the liners, the scratching of the handle. You'd think I'd been using this for years. That's the way it arrived. It's not old. This side's perhaps even worse with the scratching. The blade grind was horrendously uneven. It was blunt. There's something funny about the blade tip shape that just doesn't look quite right to me. It's almost as though they broke the tip off and then sort of semi-sharpened it again. Maybe it's supposed to be like that, but I don't think so. If this was a one-off, if I had the bad example that came out of the factory, I'd forgive it. But to be honest, whenever I see a review of these online, you get exactly the same response. It's a nice item, it's a collectible in a way, it fits in with something that I'm planning to do. I want to start looking for more Sodbuster style design blades, but if it wasn't for that, I would have sent it straight back, to be honest. So it's not what I would recommend. You know, for £7, that's a better knife. And even if they were the same price, I would still say that's a better knife. But hey ho, it is what it is. So thank you for viewing. Bye.